a very special episode of Awesome Heat, where we're going to be bringing you the Awesome Heat on best video game adaptations, best video game movies.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
we, in light of Mortal Kombat that just came out about a week ago, as this taping, um, we started thinking what were those best video game adaptations. But before we jump into that, I'm your man Primetime, Dion, whoever. You can call me D. I've had multiple nicknames. Neon Dion was a fun one. Uh, and Rufus, introduce yourself, talk to the people, man.
Man, I'm Rufus.Gavin. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Awesome Heat and coming and hanging out with your boys.
Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting one because we did a top three list
Oh yeah.
of our best or the best. I say best. I would say best or favorite. Let's go favorite. Um, Video game adaptation movies. We're gonna go from 3 to 1, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this one. The first one gets turned over to Rufus because I sort of know where his list is gonna lean, and mine's is he knows my top two already probably. So
Yep.
Rufus, your number three best video game adaptation movie. Um, what you got for three?
Okay, people. Coming in at number 3, I have Resident Evil.
Uh,
Come get with it. Come on.
the
What you
first
got for me?
Resident Evil? No, you tell me. You tell me why
Yes.
it's.
Yes. The first Resident Evil, sir. You want to know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because it stayed true to the game. I loved every part of it, and it actually made me jump exactly like the game did, and I love the story. Now, what you got for me?
Why I don't think that's a
Yeah,
three?
because I know
Would
you
you
finna
like to?
say something. I know you finna say something
I didn't
snarky. Come
like
on,
those. I didn't like
come
those
on.
movies, man. How many are we up to now? I know it's the movies. I know I
We
said movies,
no
but you're
no no
saying
no
the
no
first
no
one. You're
no.
saying the
I
first
said
one.
the
You
first one.
said the first one. I'll give you the first one. I don't know why it didn't hit for me. Like that's gonna be like my catchphrase
Okay.
for everything. Like
Hey,
it
hey,
just didn't
people.
hit for me.
Hey people, watch this. Hey Dion,
You can't
did
jump
you
on
play
my
Resident
list.
Evil?
You can't.
Did you play Resident
I
Evil?
did play Resident Evil. I played a lot of Resident Evils up until about Resident Evil 5.
What?
I've enjoyed the games, but the movies never felt to me like
You
the
really
game.
did not like the first one at all.
It wasn't my cup of tea, man. It just
You know what? Your cup of tea is trash.
I drink coffee mostly, but but I don't know, like and I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, so it might be worth a rewatch just so I can see your points on it and
Yeah,
see your
man.
valid points on it. But I just did it didn't. Man, there was something about that video game, and again, this is during the time PlayStation One. It,
Yep.
we're getting upgraded graphics from
Yep.
whatever we were,
Yes. The graphics we would look
and
at okay, compared to now, yeah, okay, graphics were
exactly.
off.
But
But
at the
back
time,
then,
oh man,
PlayStation 1 graphics were fucking phenomenal.
real quick, have you gone back and played like a PlayStation One game or watched a PlayStation One game?
I've watched, yes,
It
I've
it
gone back and
hurts.
watched.
It hurts my eyes,
Yeah.
Rufus. Like it's hard to watch. I can't believe we stayed in front of a TV that long playing that game. That's
Dude,
probably why I got bad.
7, 8 hours.
That's probably why I got bad eyesight now. Is because of those games. But I'm not gonna discredit your number three pick. I'm not, just because I need to go back and rewatch it. I just remember when I saw it, it didn't make me want to watch the next ones. It really didn't. Um, I guess because I was waiting for that more tightly knit story that we had in the first Resident Evil game, and that series where it started doing like some very Matrixy like stuff, and it was
Right.
of the time
Of the time of
period.
the Matrix, yeah.
But for me, it didn't. Again, play a drinking game if you're watching along. It just didn't hit for me. That's gonna be. So can I give you my third?
Yes, please. Let's go.
My third one is the 2018 Tomb Raider movie. This movie, from top to bottom, if you played the game, the rebooted game, rebooted, retcon, whatever, it was just like the video game. The mission she went on, the cutscenes that happened within the game when the ship capsized, she's running through the ship. All that was in that first game, And you can say, oh well, it's not an original movie, but hell, it's a video game movie. Give me the video
It's
game
video
story,
game. Yeah.
and that's what I wanted with it. They didn't over sexualize Laura Croft anymore, especially with the remake and reboots of this game. She was an action star. Well, I won't say action star. She
Mm.
became one over time throughout that movie and throughout that first game. You could probably give away by putting that game, play the game cutscenes next to the movie, and they're probably beat for beat. Like there were scenes in that movie that was like, oh shoot, that's right from the game. And that's what made me feel like it was a really good adaptation because it had really good actors in it. I had never really saw. I think I see like Alicia Vikander in a few things. I think she was in. Um, she was the robot. Um, oh my god, I can't remember that movie.
In
Um,
Machiana.
yes, yeah, however you say it. Um, she was in that, and she was really good in that. And this sort of origin story of Tomb Raider was something that the Angelina Jolie movies really didn't give us. It's like the Angelina Jolie movie, she came out with a double barrel gun with the two shotguns. Knows how much I know about guns. Two pistols. Uh, he came out with the two pistols, and it's all from there. But the story of like she's at the time, well, I would say at the time, but she's a daughter looking for her father, and she gets captured. She basically becomes Tomb Raider before our very eyes, and I think that as a whole for me, and it's rewatchable, and I'm hoping for a sequel down the line too. But I just think the way they did Laura Croft in the reboot of video game came over to the movie. Again, no over sexualizing of her. It was a perfect, I won't say a perfect movie, but for a video game adaptation, that one
It
hit
was
every
good.
mark for
It was
me.
good.
Yeah.
I give you that. It was good. I have no nothing negative to say
Oh,
about
there's
that. To be
nothing?
honest with
There's nothing?
you, nothing negative to say about it. Oh, really? We
Yeah.
celebrate?
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all.
no.
You ain't got
Okay.
nothing. Rufus,
So
you have no idea what I just did, man. Ladies and
hold on.
gentlemen, I've done the impossible by not. He had no rebuttal. He had nothing. This is a man who will make up a lie, basically, and know it's a lie, and won't admit that it's one, even though I'm begging him to tell me, like, Rufus, I know that you're not telling me the truth here. I know this is a joke. You have to tell me. And he won't tell me, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. Rufus, you're number two.
um, hey, people, how y'all doing? This is gonna surprise you. My number dos is Tomb Raider. Yeah, and we didn't even discuss this beforehand, people.
Really?
That tells you how crazy this list thing is. Yeah, I actually have number two, Tomb Raider.
Wow.
All
Okay.
the things you said, but I actually like the first two Tomb Raiders with Angelina Jolie. Um, not the over
They weren't. They weren't. They
sexualization
weren't.
part.
They weren't
None
bad.
of
They
that.
weren't
Like
bad
that.
movies.
I enjoyed the storyline. I like the whole time travel thing when it comes, and I love puzzles. So watching the puzzles, the time travel thing in the first two, and I love her, trying to search for her father when her father left her, or died
Mm.
or whatnot. And with the Tomb Raider that came out in 2018, I love that she did eventually become Tomb Raider,
She's involved. Yeah,
and
she
she's
evolved to
searching for
that.
her father, and she does actually become like, excuse me, a action star in a sense.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. Like it's my number two, so I really enjoyed it.
Wow, man. All right then. I didn't expect that at
Hey
all.
man, hey, shit happens, man. Hey, most of the time we disagree. Sometimes we agree.
Hey, we got something that made the list, but I can guarantee you probably my next two might not be on your list.
I can 100% guarantee they ain't on my list.
So my number two. Uh, let me let me sit back and get relaxed. Let me tell you a little story.
Okay.
Again, this goes back to when your parents bought you that first game system, that first Sega Genesis. At least during my time, I wasn't a Nintendo
Yeah.
kid.
See, them parents was rich. We ain't had it.
Oh, what?
We had jacks and a ball, and that's what we played with.
Okay,
We ain't had no
okay.
game system.
We
So
were
please continue,
we
Mr.
were
Rich Rich.
we were. Please don't be telling these people I'm rich. Okay, all right. So, a little story. Um, and here's you want to talk about rich. I never owned this game. My cousin owned this game, and over time I would get one, and then I would either rent them from the video store, which sounds so wild saying that in 2021. But my number two best video game adaptation, best or favorite, is a little blue critter called Sonic the Hedgehog. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
This movie could have been terrible because that first image of Sonic that came out, that was released in that trailer, how he looked then, he looks like a very frightening, like forest creature.
Okay.
Then the internet, and we'll put that picture up, and then the internet, and myself included in the internet in this one, saw that because that character meant so much to me. It was like one of the first like adventure games I sort of played where all you gotta do is just run right for the majority of the time and you can beat the level. Like there were some hard ones, but still, we all grew up on Sonic, man. Like, it was Sonic or Mario. You pick your squad, man. You pick who you rolled with. And this movie, if they hadn't listened to the fans and changed that Sonic design to something to what we got and how Sonic is supposed to look, this movie would have probably been trash because it all relied on you liking Sonic and you had to like looking at him.
Yeah.
You probably would have got really tired of his jokes if he had been that alien thing that they created the first time. That thing was terrifying, man. He had like hands that were white, and he had like some weird teeth. He didn't have it looked weird. But when they did that, that single-handedly saved that movie for me. You had Jim Carrey as Robotnik, a thin Robotnik. Sort of the whole Eggman thing is down the line, it looks like. And on top of that, you have my homeboy. I mean, I'm not from Oklahoma, but I stayed there for a little while. James Marsden was in that movie. He's from Oklahoma, from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Shout out. And he was a great cop in that. He was charismatic enough to help carry that movie. Ben Schwartz, who we know from like Park and Rec. Oh yeah, Park and Rec. He was the voice of Sonic. Again, we grew up on Jaleel White being the voice of Sonic. But he as a voice was fantastic. There was never a moment in that movie where I disliked Sonic or wanted to not see him, or you just want to see him run. Like that's it. And that looked fantastic throughout the majority of the movie. The way they used the rings from how he got from dimension to dimension or whatever world he was hiding on. And you get the teaser at the end with old Tails with Miles coming to look for Sonic at the end of that movie. And they're making a Sonic 2 where he and Knuckles are going to be in this movie. And it's rewatchable. It's a fun kids movie. They gave you the loop-de-loop from the Green Hill Zone, man. That's all I needed for that movie. Rufus, the floor is yours. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 2. Best video game adaptation.
The hell it is. But that's your list. So I can't really tell you what to put on your list. I'm just gonna say Sonic didn't even make my first, my top.
How could
10,
that
bro.
movie not make your top 10? That movie
Listen, hold on.
everything that you needed in a video game adaptation in the real world.
Can I talk to
Go
you?
ahead.
Okay, hey people. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Look, check this out. So
they don't like you. What?
Look, I didn't say Sonic was hot garbage juice. I didn't say that. That ain't what I said. I said it didn't make my top 10. I didn't say the movie was trash. The movie was alright.
I want to hear what
now, hold on.
you have over that.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Sonic. I wanted to watch him run. It's the only reason we watched Sonic. is to
It's the only
watch
reason you
him
play the game too. Run, have
watch him
fun,
run.
and have
I
fun.
enjoy
This movie
Jim
was
Carrey.
fun.
I enjoy Jim Carrey because he's fucking funny. And I've been watching Jim Carrey since In Living Color. For you
This
people
movie
who
was
are,
fun, Rufus. It was
I didn't
fun.
say, but to make this list
Yeah.
of video games to movie best.
You wanna pull up a list? You wanna
This
in post
right here.
I'll pull up a list of like all the other bad movies, video game adaptation movies.
But you got Sonic as your number 2.
What else could be? Okay. Go ahead.
It's some stuff out there that could have been your number 2. That's all I'm saying.
I'm anxious to hear your number one.
It's your list though, bro.
I'm anxious to hear your number one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you have the floor. I want to hear your number one first, sir.
No,
and then what that's what you want to do. And then look at this. Okay. Number one.
How could Sonic not? Come on, man.
No, yeah. No, not on my list. Number one for me, people. Hitman. Say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that.
Say something.
That movie really? Was
first of all
hot trash.
First of all, let me ask you one question, Mr. Splinter Cell. Did you even play Hitman?
Yeah, I played Hitman. You want to know? Wait. I played Hitman when I didn't feel smart enough. No offense, everybody, to play Splinter Cell. That's what I felt like.
So you saying the people dumb?
The villains were.
You saying the people? You saying the people out here dumb?
No, I'm not saying that. The villains are dumb.
The villains were playing Hitman. Y'all heard it here first, people. We just called y'all dumb. So I look, y'all.
Okay. Can I apologize?
No, you can't. Listen,
I got caught up in my emotions. Okay, because Hitman was just so lopsidedly easy to play. In comparison to something like Splinter Cell.
You didn't like none of the Hitman movies. What you saying? You didn't like Timothy Olyphant as Hitman as Agent 47.
No. I like him as way more characters than that. His name is Justified. I love him in that.
Hitman and I enjoyed Agent 47. I enjoyed both of those movies. You want to know why? Because they reminded me of the video game. And if you can do that for me and don't go off book like some other shit that we've seen.
So hold up. So you should love my 3 and 2 because they were straight up video game. Aside from the human element in Sonic,
was straight. I told you 3 was
straight. You did tell me Tomb Raider was okay. You did tell me Tomb Raider.
I told you 3 was straight. I said I didn't put Sonic on my list. That's your list. But my number one is Hitman. Come on, get with it. What you got for me, sir?
I'm just gonna leave this with Hitman. That again,
and don't tell the people the game was too damn easy because you had 3 bullets and made it through a whole level, but it still took you 12 hours to do so. Come on now.
You know how accomplished I felt when I did that? You know how accomplished I felt when I had 3 bullets. I had 1 light to shoot out, so I can get past this guy in Splinter Cell. You want to know how happy I felt? I felt so accomplished, but I can go in Hitman and stand right behind the villain for as long as I want. He ain't turning around and just choke him out there with whatever I got. Nobody's fine. Do they even find bodies on Hitman?
That's called stealthiness, sir.
Do they even find bodies on
Hitman? When you're stealthy, you can stand there like a rock.
So what? He's Drax now? Is that what he is?
Hey, you can't even see me. Hey, Drax said I'm moving so slow.
Okay, all right, we'll get out for Hitman because that I didn't enjoy playing that one. Again, would love to.
That's one of my top video games, bro.
Okay, number one should come as no surprise to anybody if you know me.
Shall I say it for you?
Video.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta say it right though.
No, I'll let you go because I can't say it like I want to say it.
Okay, well I would say this: 1995 Mortal Kombat is the greatest video game adaptation movie of all time. And what sold me on this even more was after I just saw the remake Mortal Kombat movie.
2021.
It made me watching that movie made me love this movie even more. Again, I had I say basic story, but the story is simple as I don't know what. You got a tournament. Here's your chosen few to come. They're gonna be your champions. Same thing we talked about in the last video um, about Mortal Kombat. Casting was fantastic. Robin Shue is Liu Kang, will forever be Liu Kang. When I see him in other movies, I don't call him Robin Shue, I call him Liu Kang.
Okay. Yeah.
That's I associate those actors. Again, not many of them did much after that. I mean, Shang Tsung did. He pops up everywhere, but to be as iconic with that iconic characters that they played, I associate those people with those characters now. When I see,
Yeah.
like I said, Robin Shue, it's always Liu Kang. When I see Christopher Lambert, I don't think
That's
Highlander.
Raiden.
I
That's
think
Raiden.
Raiden. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what that movie did for me. Again, a simple tournament, a simple story. Again, it's gonna get a lot of flack because it was PG-13.
Yeah.
We got to remember, and this is what I remember to myself. It's 1995 when this movie comes out. So what we had about 2 Mortal Kombat games out by then,
Yeah.
give or take. The fatalities weren't as gruesome as they are
But
today,
can I
but
say something
they
right
still
quick?
should have been. They still could have gotten. A heart could have gotten ripped out, a head knocked off.
Right, but let
Blah
me
blah
tell.
blah.
Can I say something? Let me
Go
tell you
ahead.
why it wasn't rated R, because I don't know if you remember during that time, a lot of the parents were in uproar because of how violent the movie was. I mean, I'm sorry,
Well, the
not the
get
movie,
video
but the
game.
video game was.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to make a movie as violent because they want to make their money back for spending all
This is and that's
the
yeah,
money on everything for the movie.
and that's
So
correct.
that's why it was on PG-13.
But see, even during that time too, they weren't my parents, but and my parents like monitored and knew what I was watching and playing and stuff like that. They knew like for me, this is where it started and where's where it ended. But I understand how parents could feel like that was not uh, for their kids. My estimation, don't buy the game for your kids or turn it off. So it's
Yeah,
very fairly simple. If they played at a friend's house, I got nothing for you then.
yeah,
But you look at that time, Ninja Turtles came out in 1990.
hmm,
And then they said that was too violent. So that's how we got Secret of the Ooze being so
but it's
watered
crazy.
down. And then they even came out and tried to do the same thing with Power
Yeah,
Rangers. So this was
yeah,
a time period where we weren't gonna get that rated R Mortal Kombat movie. Because even during that time too, you had a Mortal Kombat not video game, um, cartoon out where they were
yep,
like X-Men, man. Nobody
yeah,
really remembers that, like Defenders of the Realm or something like that was the name of it.
yeah,
But I see why it was that, but they still managed to give us little hints of fatalities in there. When Sub-Zero froze the guy jumping at him, the dude body exploded, man. Let's give him
yeah,
that at least, you know. Uh,
yeah,
I mean, Shang Tsung got impaled. Like it's stuff in there that still gives you that is Mortal Kombat signature moves, storyline that works, totally rewatchable in my opinion, which is a big thing. And it took characters from the comic and from the video game that you cared about and took them on a journey. For
yeah.
me, Mortal Kombat 1995, the greatest of all time, the GOAT of video game
Okay,
movies
all right, all right. He getting beside himself. I don't know what he drinking in that purple cup over there,
is Mortal Kombat.
but I guarantee you it's not coffee or tea because he just said some crazy shit. But
How
Dion,
is
one
that
last
movie
question
not?
for you.
How's that movie not good?
I didn't
Not
listen.
number one.
We've already had
How did
this
that
talk.
movie not even
I
make your
didn't say that.
list?
I didn't say that movie wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't on my list, but it's not my top three. It's my
Top
number
five?
four. Thank you very much. It's
So
my
it's
number
top.
four. It's my number four.
You know how much I cared about Hitman? I didn't even remember Hitman.
That's your problem because you got a bad memory. I can't help that. So, I pose this question to you. So we got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of things coming out. What movie would you like to see coming up next based off a video game?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this while I was sitting this movie invite when you threw this into the threw this grenade in the room. Um, there's so many. I feel like you have one. If you have one, go ahead and tell
I
me
do have
yours
one.
and
So
give me a little
mine,
bit more time.
So mine is Uncharted. And if you played
They're
this
making
video
that,
game, if you have played this video game,
but they're making that. You know this,
you're
right?
gonna love it. And that's the one I want to see coming out
How you
next.
feel about Tom Holland being Nathan Drake?
I think Tom Holland is a phenomenal actor. I think he'll do a great job.
Did you, speaking of that,
Now,
did you go
now,
back and watch? I think it's Nathan Fillion. He looks very much like Nathan Drake, and I think it was 2 years ago. They put like it was like a
yeah,
movie trailer that they put
I
together.
remember that. I
That
remember that.
that was he's Nathan Drake. He looks like
I
him.
remember that.
I really wish he could have been him, but I understand getting a younger actor to
Right.
carry that role.
But I think Tom Holland will do this movie justice. And I just first of all, like we said in previous episodes, it's about writing and it's about acting and it's about you connecting with the character. So if you played the video game, of course you're already connected with the character. So, and I think if the writing is really good, this movie is gonna be fucking awesome.
Okay, so I'm on the hot seat, and we can wrap this up. Man, there's so many. You made me think of Splinter Cell when you talk about Hitman. I think if Hitman got a movie, damn goodness, Splinter Cell should have had about 3 now. But my movie that I think we've been teased with for years now, I really want to see a Halo movie. Like you have a universe to
Yeah.
build off of now where you can get a solid 3 movies out of that. I remember there was like this little series of like limited series that came out years ago. I can't fully remember it, but Master Chief was in that series. It was live action. Um, I'll put the link in the bottom for everybody to take a look at. But it was really good. Big guy. I mean, it looked like something that you could see being in a movie theater or seeing going to the
Yeah.
movies to see it. So Halo has a large catalog of things they can pull from now. Again, you get 3 or 4 or 5 games worth, you got enough
Honestly,
to
I'll be
build
honest with you.
a
If
universe.
they did a Halo movie, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, you got
I
enough
think a
now.
Halo movie would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I would pay to go see that.
So that would be mine. If I had to select again, I would really like to see a Red Dead Redemption movie. I think that would be phenomenal because my
listen,
dad
hold
rated me
on.
on westerns.
Let
I
me
think
say
that would be
this.
really fun.
Unforgiven was basically that. And it
Oh
was
yeah, you're
one
right.
of the best fucking westerns you will ever see in your life.
You're right. You're right.
So listen, people. For y'all who don't know who Clint Eastwood is, go look him
come
up.
on now.
Hey, there's some people out there younger than us, Playboy. They
You're
don't
right.
know who Clint Eastwood is. They know who his son is. Go look up that movie, Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman. Fucking movie is awesome.
All right. Well,
Gene Hackman. So yeah.
Well, everybody, that's our list. That's our top 3 video game adaptations. Make sure you comment. Give us your 3, your favorite 3. Who had the better list? Rufus, tell the people where they can do all that at.
All right, people. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at awesome_heat. You can also watch our videos on YouTube at Awesome Heat and follow us on Facebook at Awesome Heat. And we would love for you to like, share, and subscribe and leave your comments. As Dion said, please leave us your 3 video game adaptations to movies, and we will get back to you as soon as we can.
And if anybody says Hitman, I don't know. I'll cash out Rufus $1 for every time somebody says Hitman on there. All right, well, we're out. Peace.